Yo, what's up everybody? It's Context back with a new video, and this time we're diving deep into something we all use every single day but probably don't think that much about: the internet. We're talking about the intricate web of connections, the data flowing across continents at the speed of light, the invisible force that has reshaped our world in ways we're only beginning to understand. From its humble beginnings as a military experiment to the sprawling digital landscape we navigate today, this is the story of the internet. Chapter 1. ARPANET. The first spark. Our journey begins back in the late 1960s, the era of bell-bottoms and disco, with a little-known project called ARPANET. This was a time when the world was on the brink of a technological revolution, yet few could have predicted the monumental impact this project would have on the future. Funded by the US Department of Defense, ARPANET wasn't about cat videos or viral TikToks. No, it was a serious endeavor aimed at creating a robust communication network that could withstand the uncertainties of the Cold War era. The goal was to ensure that information could be shared quickly and securely, even in the face of potential threats. It was all about connecting researchers and sharing information across geographically distant computers. Imagine a world where scientists and engineers could collaborate in real time, regardless of their physical location. This was a groundbreaking concept that promised to accelerate innovation and knowledge sharing. We're talking giant, room-sized machines with less processing power than your smartwatch. These behemoths were the cutting-edge technology of their time, yet they were incredibly limited by today's standards. Still, they represented the first steps toward a connected world.
Now picture this. It's 1969, and researchers at UCLA are attempting to send the first ever message over this newfangled network. The atmosphere is electric with anticipation. These pioneers are about to make history, and they know it. They type in LO aiming for login. But guess what? The system crashed. The tension in the room is palpable as they realize that their first attempt has ended in failure. Yep, the internet's first message was basically a big fat oops. But this wasn't a setback, it was a learning experience. Each failure brought them one step closer to success. But hey, even tech titans gotta start somewhere, right? These early missteps were the sparks that ignited the flame of innovation. They paved the way for the digital age we live in today, proving that even the greatest achievements often begin with humble beginnings.
Chapter 2, You've Got Mail, the birth of email. Fast forward to the early 70s, and a programmer named Ray Tomlinson makes internet history. He sends the first electronic message between two computers, and bam, email is born.
Now you might be wondering, why the @ symbol? Well, I needed a way to distinguish between the user and the computer in an email address. I looked down at my keyboard, saw the @ symbol, and thought, yeah, that'll work. Talk about a random stroke of genius. Little did I know that little symbol would become ubiquitous, a symbol of the digital age.
Chapter 3, Tim Berners-Lee's World Wide What. Now let's jump ahead to the early 90s. The internet is still a niche thing, mostly confined to universities and research labs.
But a British scientist named Tim Berners-Lee is about to change everything. I'm working at CERN, the European Particle Physics Lab, and I'm frustrated by how difficult it is for scientists to share information. So I come up with this crazy idea, a system of interconnected documents that can be accessed from anywhere in the world. I call it the World Wide Web. And get this, I didn't even try to patent it. I wanted it to be open and accessible to everyone. What a legend.
Chapter 4.
The 90s were a wild time for the internet. Suddenly, everyone wanted a piece of the action. Venture capitalists were throwing money at anything with a .com at the end of its name.
We're talking about companies like Pets.com, which sold pet supplies online and somehow managed to rack up a market cap of over $1 billion, even though they were losing money hand over fist.
It was the .com bubble, and like all bubbles, it eventually burst. Many companies went belly up, and the tech industry went through a major correction.
But hey, even amidst the chaos, the internet kept growing, evolving, and connecting more and more people. In the late 90s, two Stanford PhD students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, were working on a research project in their dorm room. They were trying to find a better way to search the ever-growing amount of information on the web. Their solution, a little something called Google. Their search engine, initially nicknamed Backrub, used a revolutionary algorithm called PageRank. It ranked websites based on the number and quality of links pointing to them. It was a game changer. Suddenly finding information online was easier and more intuitive than ever before, and the rest, as they say, is history. Now, let's talk about the dark web. This term often conjures up images of a shadowy underworld, a place where only the most nefarious activities take place. But is that really the whole story? It's often portrayed as this shadowy underworld where criminals and hackers lurk. The media frequently highlights stories of illegal drug markets, stolen data, and other cybercrimes, painting a picture of a lawless digital frontier. And while it's true that the dark web can be a haven for illegal activities, it's not as sinister as it's often made out to be. In reality, the dark web is just a small part of the deep web, which includes all the parts of the internet not indexed by standard search engines. This means that many of the websites you use every day, like your email or online banking, are technically part of the deep web. The dark web is essentially a part of the internet that's not indexed by standard search engines. This makes it more difficult to find, but not impossible. It's a place where privacy and anonymity are prioritized, which can be both a positive and a negative. It's accessed using specialized software like the Tor browser, which was originally developed by the US Navy for anonymous communication. The Tor network routes your internet traffic through multiple servers around the world, making it very difficult to trace. The dark web can be used for good too. For instance, journalists and activists in oppressive regimes use it to communicate safely and share information without fear of retribution. It provides a platform for whistleblowers to expose corruption and injustice while protecting their identities. It can provide a platform for whistleblowers and activists living under oppressive regimes. In countries where freedom of speech is restricted, the dark web can be a lifeline, offering a way to bypass censorship and surveillance. It's all about anonymity and privacy, which can be both a blessing and a curse. While it allows for free expression and the protection of personal information, it also creates opportunities for illegal activities to flourish. The key is to understand that the dark web, like any tool, can be used for both good and bad purposes. It's a complex and multifaceted part of the internet that defies simple categorization. These days, algorithms are everywhere. They curate our social media feeds, recommend products we might like, and even help us navigate traffic. They're designed to make our lives easier, but they also raise some important questions about privacy and control. Think about it. Every time you like a post, watch a video, or make a purchase online, you're feeding data into these algorithms. They're constantly learning about your preferences, habits, and even your emotions.
This personalized data can be used for good, like showing you more relevant content or connecting you with people who share your interests. But it can also be used to manipulate your behavior, influence your decisions, and even target you with ads.
From its humble beginnings as a military experiment, the internet has transformed in ways that were once unimaginable. Initially designed to facilitate communication and data sharing among a select group of researchers and military personnel, it has now become an integral part of our daily lives. To the all-encompassing digital realm it is today, the internet has woven itself into the fabric of society, influencing everything from how we work and play to how we connect with one another. The journey of the internet has been marked by rapid advancements and groundbreaking innovations. From the early days of dial-up connections to the high-speed broadband we enjoy now, the internet has come a long way. It's hard to imagine our lives without it. We rely on it for information, entertainment, and even our social interactions. The internet has become a lifeline, especially in times of crisis, providing a platform for remote work, online education, and virtual gatherings. But it's also hard to predict what the future holds. The pace of technological change is accelerating, and with it comes a host of new possibilities and challenges. Will artificial intelligence take over? AI is already making significant strides in various fields, from healthcare to finance, and its potential seems limitless. However, it also raises ethical questions and concerns about job displacement and privacy. Will virtual reality become the new normal? VR technology is evolving rapidly, offering immersive experiences that could revolutionize entertainment, education, and even social interactions. Imagine attending a concert or a classroom from the comfort of your home, all through a VR headset. Will we finally figure out how to regulate the internet without stifling innovation? The balance between regulation and freedom is delicate. Governments and tech companies are constantly grappling with issues like data privacy, cybersecurity, and the spread of misinformation. Finding a solution that protects users while fostering innovation is crucial. But one thing's for sure, the internet will continue to evolve, surprise us, and challenge our perceptions of what's possible. The future is uncertain, but it's also full of potential and shape the world around us in profound ways. The internet has the power to bring people together, bridge gaps, and create opportunities that were once out of reach. As we look ahead, it's exciting to think about the new horizons we will explore. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the internet, hit that like button. Your support helps us continue to bring you insightful content. Subscribe to the channel for more tech explorations. We have a lot more fascinating topics lined up, from the latest in AI to the future of space travel. And let me know in the comments what you think the future of the internet holds. Your thoughts and predictions are always welcome, and they help us understand the diverse perspectives of our audience.